Forever. Come on, baby, light my fire. Ready for the show. Now I feel your love desire. Please don't ever go. I don't care, I'm so excited. Now I feel so free. Paradise into your eyes, so let it be. All the time, I need your shiny smile. Tonight I'm really gonna play. You know that life is just a game. Forever young, we're all for one. Forever love and fun, until the morning sun. Forever.
Welcome to Fate Prism session number 8. This is basically going to be a two-part session now because due to what happened in the prior session, we technically had to interrupt it due to time. So this is going to be fun. I've had an entire week to think about this combat session.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So, joining me tonight is the entire party of Gagglefucks. We've got AI Ignister.
Guys, I think I might be fucked.
We've got Atlas Core.
Guys, I think Ignis might be fucked.
We got Raven Soul.
Guys, I think I'm gonna have to switch my character to Naruto ripoff to tell you all to believe it, or low tier god, or what low tier god would say.
What does low tier god say?
Kill yourself. Demonetized.
Hey, Zev.
Damn.
Jeez.
Hi Ziv, love you. Apologize for cutting off Nanashi's introduction of you.
It's fine. I can, edit it so that they don't overlap. My audio and your guys' audio are now on separate audio channels.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, it was a neat audio trick that Alice taught me how to do. Speaking of which,
Nice.
Alice popped into the voice call for a couple of minutes to say hi and prove that we are two different people.
Alice also confirmed that Barry is the fan favorite, so I'm kind of riding high right now.
All right.
I mean, to be fair,
Here's the thing, right? It's perfectly in character.
It kind of is.
yeah. Also, to be fair, with how you're portraying him, I would be surprised if he isn't fan favorite.
Yeah, I figure that eventually some of the comedic bits I've been doing with him will get old, but by God, they haven't yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Got him.
All right, so I've already got the game board set up, and just to make sure that everybody who's watching is, kept up, the players entered into the Green Demesne to take part in the Arts and Crafts Fair, and all of them got so engrossed with all the free activities and genuine moment of fucking peace that only one of them ended up involved in the combat scenario, which is Ignis.
Yeah.
And, however, due to circumstances, that means that since Corentin, the main master, obviously, and Calum, who is fucking everywhere half the time, just happen to be in the same spot, that means that this is going to be a 3-on-4 fight.
Guys, wish me luck.
I think you're gonna need more than luck.
We'll see. He might do
Listen,
well.
just-
After all, he did just
listen-
upgrade his character.
Listen, don't be a bitch.
You have a domain master on your side.
True. But I also have some new tricks.
I'm about to say, if you lose with the domain master on your side, we're gonna have to have a long talk with the dice spot.
And I suppose we can make the argument that depending on how long the fight takes, you guys might eventually be notified and join in the fight later, possibly, but that remains to be seen.
I don't think it's gonna be difficult noticing, possibly a giant explosion.
We'll see.
Maybe don't light the entire grassland on fire, because, wind,
No problem.
domain,
Yeah,
wind,
yeah.
wildfire,
Not a smart idea.
dry grass, giant oak tree.
Alright, let's go ahead and get everything set up then. I'll go ahead and switch the view. I've already sent a link to the fight. Oh, that reminds me, actually.
Oh, I was already looking.
Did you guys get a chance to look at Quarantine?
I mean,
I-
a chance, yes. Did I? Not yet, no.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing for me.
Alright, well, give me a sec then. I think you'll like what you see.
Oh wait,
Oh.
in terms of design.
Yeah, his character.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, that I did.
Yeah, that is a visual design. I'm a fan. Why is he low key got like the same robes as Pain from Naruto?
Okay, to be fair, his design is not based on Pain. His design is actually kind of based on another anime character, which one I doubt you're going to even know.
Intama.
Yes.
Damn,
I knew
he
it.
was quick with it. Okay, now that you say it, I can see it. The problem is I've never actually watched Gintama, so I didn't have it in the forefront of my mind.
I've always been a fan of the white on black aesthetic when it comes to kimono designs, so I kind of sort of stole it, but at the same time made some small alterations to it and whatnot. I like it.
I think it's a good visual design.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well then, let's go ahead and get started on the combat. Since the aggressors are coming at you, they're going to go first before your team. So I want you guys to make some initiative rolls and see who's going first in this combat. And by you guys, of course, I mean Ignis.
Of
Technically,
course.
you have to make a couple.
Yeah, I have to make several. What are you on about?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jesus!
Damn, Ignis was not prepared.
Let's see.
The
I
enemy
think I'm
team,
about to.
the enemy
I think
team
I'm about to
seeing
go
the
left.
the enemy team seeing the low roll. I came looking for booty.
No, we're not. No.
He is so unaware of the fight. He's just paying attention to his fancy new sword over anyone coming at him. All right.
Atlas, if the booty warrior comes for you, you are fucked.
I might as well be.
Yeah.
All right. That will be our turn order.
Oh
I-
god.
I hope they don't have a lot of ranged attacks.
We'll see. We'll see. All right. Combat has officially begun. I hope you guys are enjoying the show.
I'm concerned for my friend's safety, but I am powerless to do anything about it at this moment.
Okay, so enemy number 1 is going to go first. This person is going to move 2 zones over to the right because he apparently has absurdly high drive.
I see. I can still do my first turn play. Let's go.
Yep. And you hear him cast a spell. Specifically, he casts the spell Tavros, which in the exact same zone that Quarantine is in, you see a blazing red bull appear directly beside him.
Lovely.
He casts a
Oh.
level 4 summon spell.
We noticed.
Yeah.
And since this summon goes directly after the caster, that means that he gets an attack on Quarantine.
Lovely.
Let's see how that goes for him. Ooh, not bad, not bad. And does Quarantine dodge this? No, he does not. Quarantine gets struck by a 4 damage plus infusion bull headbutt.
Damn.
Alright, enemy number 2's turn. Enemy number 2 is going to move 2 zones to the a zone to the left, rather, and he's going to pull out a pair of pistols.
Oh.
Why do I hear birds?
Question,
Oh,
Andy.
you can pick that up. Okay.
I tried to help you. I tried to help play it off for you, Ignis. I'm not gonna lie. It's just ambient.
It's all fun and games until the birds start squeaking.
And he's going to aim 1 each at Ignis and Calum.
Oh, well.
And they're both going to be glowing red.
Oh.
Infused pistol shots. Let's do Ignis first.
Yep.
I think I'm starting to notice a trend amongst these enemies.
Ignis,
Yep.
beat a +6.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he rolled a +6.
Not asking
Oh.
for much, are you, Nanashi?
I told you these were going to get more difficult.
Yep. Oh, well.
Well, that's a crit.
That's a crit. Oh.
Yeah, it's a 3 difference,
Yeah.
remember? But the good news is, because you have fire resistance...
Hey.
Does?
Now for the second shot, since this one's a disadvantage, I doubt Kalen's going to have any issues with missing this one. What the fuck? Even at disadvantage, this shot's coming in at a +5.
Ah.
Yeah. Alright, let me see if Kalen can dodge this one. No.
You realize Alice is probably going to kill you if you accidentally kill Caleb here.
I'm just going to have to
It's
take
going
it.
to be, it might be worse than death.
Alright, so next up is enemy number 3. Here's something funny. He moves 2 zones forward.
Do all of these enemies have like an additional drive or something?
Seems like it. It's almost like drive is valuable.
Yeah, but what? Fair enough.
And... oh shit. This one's going to make a stealth roll and throw a dagger at Corentin. And does Corentin dodge this shot? Yes, he does.
Yay!
And enemy number 4. He is instead going to stay by enemy number 1. And hold their action. That's it.
Okay.
So,
My team's turn. Yippee!
yep. With that in mind, first thing that's going to happen is Calum is going to pull out his alchemy table and whip up a potion right there in the middle of the battlefield.
Oh, we have to stay there for an entire turn.
Nope. He is able to whip this up in a matter of just a couple of seconds. It's one of his special stunts.
Nice.
He's a combat alchemist.
Hell yeah.
Then, Calum is going to move 2 zones up
Forward!
and throw his potion bottle at the zone that enemies 1 and 4 is in. Now, let's see. He is going to roll... oh, shit. That's a really good roll.
Okay, it's the good kind of oh shit. Got it.
Now, let's see if the enemies have any possibility of getting around this. Yeah, they both got crit on.
Oh.
Get shit on, get crit on.
Exactly.
Now, here's what's interesting. That potion bottle explodes on impact at both of their feet, but the potion itself explodes, and you see 3 different colors of magic warped into the same bottle. They get hit by red magic, blue magic, and brown magic at the same time.
Oh boy.
Which means at the end of their next turns, if they don't put it out, they take a point of damage. They are pulled into each other and take an immediate extra point of damage, and they lose 1 movement, which means that there's a possibility they won't be able to put the fire out.
Yay.
You also notice something interesting. When the red and blue magic swirl against each other, you see some kind of additional small explosion, and they take another point of damage.
Damn, it's just a serious change of events.
I'm using this as an introduction to teach you guys something. When you are able to clash 2 different opposing colors of magic against each other, you can create additional damage just from them being hit at the same time. I call it clash damage.
I see.
Clash damage.
There's no better term for it, that's just what I prefer to call it.
Well, fair enough.
And that's going to be all Calum can do for now. Which means it's Corentin's turn. Alright, so you see Corentin pull out an old-fashioned heavy bow. And you see him knock a pair of arrows onto his bow. And he launches both arrows at enemies 1 and 4. Now for the windup and the pitch. Ooh, not a good roll. Let's see if either of them dodge. Oh. Well, so this is interesting. The enemy number 4 dodges without too much difficulty, and then you see him reach over and push enemy number 1 slightly to the side. He has used his reaction to turn a minus on his ally's roll in the same zone into a blank, meaning that instead of that being a hit, it now becomes a match.
Oh.
That's a skill stunt.
Yes, it is.
I know, because that's one of the skill stunts I've been working towards.
And now you get to see it in action. So enemy number 1 didn't get hit by it, but he did in fact get a match as a direct result, which means that he still takes the infusion damage and gets pushed into enemy 4, taking yet another point of damage. Yeah. That means that now it is Ignis's turn. Fuck him up, buddy.
Here we go. I'm gonna be moving straight to B2 with 1 movement space.
B2, alrighty.
Well, yes. And then, this is where things get interesting. It's probably gonna be a bad idea, but I'm gonna do it anyways just to show it up. I'm gonna be doing Dragon Drive.
Alright, so you're infusing both your limbs and sacrificing one of them to push you yet another zone forward? Alright, so I assume you're gonna use your other limb to attack?
Yeah.
Alright, give me that attack roll, buddy.
Alright, so this is just gonna be a straight roll.
Well, bear in mind, you are allowed to use your stealth with this roll, but it just means that you won't get any of the stealth stunts with it. Because you're not being stealthy,
okay.
You're being flashy with this.
True. Okay, so yeah, it's a +2 then.
Alright, let's see if enemy number 2 manages to get out of that. No, he rolled shit. I think you might have damaged his jaw with that one.
Alright, and with the other movement action I have, because I'm assuming, I'm gonna be moving straight to C1.
Sure. Alrighty then. That glide ability is already coming in handy.
It really is.
Alright, well, back to the top of the roster then. Enemy number 1, who cast that lovely summon spell, is apparently taking it easy this round, and is instead throwing a level 1 spell at Calum. You see him casting a level 1 gold spell as an offensive attack. That was a shitty roll. Yeah, Calum kind of just, like, steps to the side of it and lets it go right over his shoulder.
I'll go with that as my question.
And as a result of that, he is going to then move 2 zones down. The summon's going to go after Quarantine again. Oh shit. Summon's doing better than he is. Never mind. You see the bull suddenly charge at Quarantine, and he just takes one hand and basically does a springboard right over its head.
Not what I expected, but sure.
Which, by the way, reveals that his entire lower half of his body is serpentine. He does not have legs.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
So, enemy number 2. He's actually going to try and take another shot at Ignis this time, but this time he's using both guns.
Oh, okay, I see.
First roll. Beat a +2.
I counted with a +3.
That works. Alright, his second shot will come in at advantage since the first one missed. Beat a +4.
6.
Damn. Well, alright then. Now, I know I didn't specify that these were infused, but just for the sake of argument, you dodged 2 yellow bullets.
And then Ignis would just flip him off twice.
You know what? Fine. He's going to stay where he is. He's not going to move any farther. Alright, so enemy number 3's turn. Actually, enemy number 3 is going to come after Ignis. No, actually, there's an easier target right in front of him. He's going to come after Calum. Okay, not a bad roll. Not a bad roll. And for Calum... Yeah, he ain't hitting that kid. He swings right over top of his head. He's not used to attacking children.
Oh my god, it's like Odd Job all over again.
And enemy number 4's turn. What he's going to do is he's going to move closer to enemy number 2. And then you see him pull out a strange-looking object out of his inventory. It looks like a flag of some sort. And he jams it right into the crossroads of A1, A2, B1, and B2. He has produced a war banner. Specifically, this war banner says that anybody who is within these 2x2 grid of zones gets a +1 to all shoot rolls for the next 3 rounds.
Oh. Well, ain't that fun?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And that's all he's going to do. Which means that it is now Caelim's turn. So, instead of producing a potion bottle or anything this time, Caelim's actually going to reach into his shirt and pull out what looks like a stick. In fact, he pulls it out more and more until it's about as tall as he is. And then he just smacks the shit out of enemy number 3.
That's just a whole ass staff.
I don't know how he keeps it there, but sure, Chief.
Does Caleb just have the fucking power pole?
Well, you never know. He might have learned that from a clown.
Who knows? Let's see if he even dodges this one. Yeah, that's a no. You see that stick smack him so hard it actually knocks him flat on his ass.
Damn.
Alright, now it's Corentin's turn. You see him wave his hand across the air and aim a line spell at the back row of the board, A1 through A4. He's casting a level 2 wind spell at enemies 2 and 4.
Oh.
Alright, not bad. And that one did not dodge, but that one did. You see a sudden burst of air go sideways, and enemy number 4 manages to just barely jump over top of it. But enemy number 2, not so lucky. He gets smacked, and he then gets pushed into the same zone as enemy number 4. And Corentin from there will spend his round, the rest of his round, instead of using his movement... Actually, you know what? No, he will use his movement. He will move 2 zones to the left to get away from the bolt. Alright, and that means that it is Ignis's turn. What you gonna do, buddy?
Alright, here we go. I'm gonna be moving to C3. And we're gonna be doing drag and drive again.
To jump another zone forward?
To jump another zone forward.
You know, you can go diagonal, right?
Yeah.
So you're just doing this for the style's sake?
Yeah, I'm doing this for the style's sake.
That's fine. So you're jumping into the same zone as Caleb.
Yeah.
Alright. And you're going to use your other limb to strike down enemy number 3?
Yeah.
Alright. Make that hit count.
Yeah. Another +2.
That's not bad. That's not bad. Let's see if enemy number 3 manages to dodge that. Yeah, you see him actually grab your knee and basically do a full sideways 360 flip right over top of your leg.
Well.
Alright, so what you going to do from here?
Well, but we're going to D1.
D1 it is. Right there with Corentin, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, so that means it's top of the roster again.
Yeah.
Thank you for making this decision easy, by the way. Enemy number 1's going to move over to C2, and he's going to lob a level 1 spell in the same zone that you and Corentin are both in. And just for the sake of argument, it was a white spell.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not going to hit much. Give me a dodge roll against a +3.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to be mattering much.
Yeah, no, you basically jump up and run over top of the ice spell before it even strikes.
Damn.
And Corentin actually manages to just smack the spell away with the end of his tail. Like, you both dodged perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah, I just jump out of the way and then Corentin just smacks it away.
Exactly. Alright, well, this bull is actually going to charge in and try to go for Ignis this time. Ugh. Beat a +4.
No. Okay, let's see. Yeah.
Alright, well
That's
that
a
bull
+2
charges
right
in
there.
and smashes you straight in the gut. You take 4 damage plus an instance of Afterburn.
Aren't I resisted
Yes.
to the afterburn?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so...
There you go. I can't play your characters for you. I have to hope you can remember this.
You know what, that is fair.
Enemy number 2 is putting away his dual pistols and is pulling out something a little bigger. He has just pulled out what looks like a Gatling gun.
Oh, no!
And he has aimed it at Calum.
Shoot the child.
Now, Gatling guns follow an auto-fire rule, which means 1 roll, 5 shots, every subsequent shot gets a -1. Never mind, he's not hitting shit. First time I get to use this
How?
thing. First time, he rolled 3 minuses.
What the fuck? Motherfucker's got stormtrooper aim. Hold up.
Yeah, no. Here's the interesting part. Not only was that roll so bad, but it entered double crit range in the opposite direction, which means that Calum is going to do something kind of special.
Before he does, because he missed all of his shots despite being semi-point blank range, Nanashi, when editing, put up a small clip of that scene from Mars Destruction where that woman misses all of her shots with a P90.
I will see if I can find that and add it in. Actually, that's a pretty damn good request. So what ends up happening is that Calum pulls up his staff and starts spinning it, like using it like a shield type thing. And every single shot not only reflects off of the staff, but all of them even go back and hit him. That is how fucking bad he rolled.
Oh, God.
There is no way I could not reward a roll that good against a roll that bad. I have to adhere by my own rules on this one. Enemy 2 took so much fucking damage from his own bad shooting, he took himself off the board.
Let's go!
Enemy number 3's turn. He pulls out a sword, dual hands it, and swings at Calum. And Calum's roll... Yeah, which actually hits Calum. And you see what looks like a tracing of gold dust fall
Also,
from his...
hold on, before we continue on, Atlas, that first gift you sent, funny enough, that actually was the inspiration behind that move. Not that one in particular, but the series as a whole.
But like I was saying, the blade hits, which means that not only did Calum lose 3 points of health, he also lost 3 points of mana.
Oh.
And Calum does not look happy.
I mean, who would?
Alright, enemy number 4's turn. He is going to run up to enemies 1 and 3, and you're going to see him hand each of them a grenade.
Uh-oh.
But that's all he's going to do. And that means it's Calum's turn.
If only one of his attacks could be like on a 2x2 grid.
Well, who's to say they can't?
Well, I mean, I meant Calum specifically.
Yeah. Who's to say they can't?
Is that actually what's about to happen?
Might be. I'm taking a look because certain requirements have been met.
Oh.
You see Calum move back 1 zone. You see him cast an L-shaped spell that's going to hit zones D2, C2, B2, and B3 all at the same time.
Constellation Burst.
Now here's what's interesting. It looks like he's casting stellar magic, but the color is not quite right. In fact, the color looks about the same color as his indigo hoodie. Oh! Well, fuck a duck. He rolled really high on that one.
If this doesn't kill at least one of them, I'm going to scream.
Yeah, that's a crit fail. Yeah, that's a crit fail. And that's a crit fail. God damn. Okay, Calum just hit all of these motherfuckers. Enemy number 4 is off the board. As does enemy 1.
Oh.
Yeah, you gotta remember, they both got pretty fucked up in the beginning.
Yeah.
Enemy number 3, however, is still standing.
Okay, I kind of figured.
Alright, so... that means it's now Corentin's turn. You see him knock another arrow into his bow, and you see the bow glow bright green. This time he's actually infusing his attack.
Okay, no surprise that it's infused with green magic.
Yep. Okay, that's not a terrible roll. And that's a hit.
Yay!
You see him get blasted back into A3. Now, Ignis, do you want to take a shot at this?
At the bowl?
Actually, the bowl has disappeared because the caster is gone, so
Well, there's only one thing to do. Let's go to B3.
you got it.
And, well,
You actually have a couple of options. You could hit him with a fire breath or an attack. It's up to you.
there's someone with fire breath this time.
You got it. Give me a roll, buddy.
Oh! That's a +5 right there.
And that is a definitive hit. You got the final hit, buddy. And he collapses in the field.
Let's go!
Whew. That was fantastic.
Yippee! I did it.
How do you feel, buddy?
That was great. So far my strategy worked out, pretty well.
Yeah, quite well, all things considered. Alright, I'm going to change the view back to normal. And Zivith, I am sorry. I know you had something pre-prepared for this whole scenario, but it's kind of hard to keep track of multiple character sheets at the same time while also paying attention to the chat beyond the rolls. I'll make sure on the next game session that you have combat involved that you get something special in exchange. That was bad DMing on my part. I should have been paying better attention.
Well, hey, at least you acknowledge your mistakes.
Of course I do. I'd be a bad person, bare minimum, if I didn't. But we'll go ahead and continue in. So, by this point, it's blatantly obvious that everybody would have heard what was going on, everybody would have heard the commotion, and the rest of your party will have approached by the tail end of the fight.
Ignis just stands there, tired.
Well, it looks like even this domain, there are a lot of troublemakers.
You see, hitting up the other domains I could kind of understand, but the Arts and Crafts Festival? What's wrong with these Marauders?
Actually, before we go any farther, I need to do something real quick. Ignis, since you successfully completed combat, I want you to give me either a burglary or a resources roll so that we can see if you get anything valuable out of them as far as supplies.
Rob 'em blind!
Okay, so I have a +2 in burglar. So let me...
Okay.
An average.
Okay, so here's what you're going to do. As long as you rolled above a 0, you're automatically going to get all the money that they had on them. I'm just going to give you that because that's a reasonable thing for you to have happen.
Yippee!
Between the 4 of them, they had a grand total of 200 Z.
Which we can split 4 ways, funnily enough.
Yes, you can.
We can.
You know what? Sure, let's do it.
I'm no longer broke.
That's part of the reason why I decided to do it.
Wonder how long that's gonna last.
Like, part of me could have just given all the money to Barry, because, like, well, he probably could have needed it, but, well, 50 might be enough for now.
In all fairness, most of my money was spent in the, in the assistance of the party as a whole, because I paid for the movie ticket session 1, I bought all the groceries, I spent the most money on myself a new wardrobe, so there is that to consider.
There is all the extra items that you picked up from your attempt.
Oh, that's a lot.
I could just give Chimo the MP potion, because I really think she's the only one who uses MP.
Technically, all of us use MP except for you. It's just Chimo uses the most. And she's got level 3 spells.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, that's at level 4 now?
Also, the thing that intrigues me is the gold sword.
Yeah, it's very interesting that you did gold in all capitals and then sword.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually a reason for that. So, this is the point in which you discover that there is, in fact, gold weapons in this game. It's not so much that the blades are being coated in gold, the blades are gold.
Ignis, could you pass me that there sword?
I guess tosses the sword to Barry.
Now, if you want to do like an investigate roll or something to get a little bit of a deeper look into it for anything interesting, feel free.
Okay. That's kind of what I was going for, yeah. And the reason I kind of specifically wanted to try is because, if there's any magic in it, gee, I wonder what kind it's going to be. It's almost like gold magic is kind of my expertise.
Well, I actually have a +3 in investigate, so I could do that as I'm debating it then.
Ah.
Damn. Yeah, that tracks.
All right, Ignis, you want to try it then?
Yep.
That is a
Okay.
sword. Barry out here literally just saying, yup, that
Yeah,
is a
dude.
sword.
So Barry takes the sword and looks over it and just can't really see anything too fancy or interesting about it. But Ignis takes a closer look at it now that it's held up in the sunlight and notices that the blade itself is really, really rudimentary design. Like, it looks like somebody just took a strip of metal that was already made of gold. It's not painted, it's not coated, it looks like it's made of gold, and slapped a handle on it after straightening it out a little. Like, you can even see some of the dent marks from where it looks like it was tapped into place. On top of that, the blade's not even particularly sharp. This sword is not glowing with magic, it doesn't radiate any magical energy, it just looks like it's made out of gold metal. There doesn't appear to be anything fantastical about it.
Okay.
We have a poorly made hunk of raw gold on a stick.
So that pretty much might as well be it.
Well, alright then. Feel free to divvy those items up as you see fit.
Joseph will take note of the grenade. I hope you are well aware.
I had a feeling you
Yeah.
would.
Yeah, didn't figure that could go to anyone else.
Well, if he wants, he can have it.
I'm pretty sure he'd fight us for it.
Yeah.
Because we don't seem like the types that know how to handle explosives.
Based on your
Yeah.
track record, I don't think anyone's going to argue that.
Yeah.
Ignis just takes the grenade and asks Joseph, want this?
I may as well. It would be nice to lob one of these again at a group of enemies.
Fair enough.
Joseph's
And then he
scary
just-
sometimes.
And then he just hands him the grenade.
Chimo thinks about something, seeing that golden sword, before she moves closer to your group. You know, what's funny about this golden sword, there are myths about cursed swords, but as most myths, it's just fake. But that's the first one to see a golden weapon that even works. I had a book about cursed katanas and other cursed swords, but if you ask me, this book was just made up to make money.
I could believe it, but given its lack of edge and Caleb's wound, it does seem to have some sort of quality to it.
I suppose we could take it to someone who can properly examine it with actual expertise.
Yeah. In the meantime, I'm gonna hold on. In the meantime, I'm gonna hold on to this personally.
Sounds like a smart idea. And Caleb looks at it and says, "That's fine, just please keep it away from me. I don't like the way that thing feels."
Fair enough. Ignis says to Caleb, "You doing all right, buddy?"
Caleb just kind of looks at his hand and looks at his shirt, and he looks a little bit upset. "I'll be fine. It didn't hurt that badly." You see Corentin casually just slither his way over and pick up each of the Marauders and puts them into a heap in the middle of the grassy expanse. Once he has gathered them all up and put them into one pile, he takes his now broken bow and places it against his back, and leans down to talk to the Marauders eye to eye. "You have disturbed a piece of my domain. I wish to know why." And the one out of the group that can actually hear him, some sort of reptile man, responds, "It's literally our job! Fuck you!"
You know, if you need to interrogate them, I have the experience.
He allows Joseph to step forward and interrogate as he sees fit. "I just ask you not be too violent."
I can't make any promises, especially when I imagine them with a certain red armband.
Just gotta ignore that comment, because that could be misconstrued.
Good grief, Joseph.
And Chimo arrives at the scene, unamused that she missed the fight, and seems pissed about it on top of that. Alright, who do we have to arrest today?
Joseph will grab the one guy in particular, and will proceed to drag him forward. You know, I would say I often don't like to get very dirty, very bloody even, but that would be a lie. And I have 80 or 90 years of experience getting extremely bloody. And the grass is too green for your blood, mister.
Okay, not gonna lie, that's actually a pretty damn good line. You kind of get his attention. He seems a little shaken.
Now here's how this is going to go. Because I have a plethora of medical experience, and I know a few key factors that would really make you scream. Joseph will open up his coat and will pull out a pair of pliers and then force open the dude's mouth and aim it at one of his teeth. You don't start giving us what we want to know, and I don't think you'll ever be able to chew again, assuming your jaw is even still intact when I'm done with you.
He is absolutely terrified at this. I'm not even going to make you roll for that one. That's just a damn good read. I'm just going to give it to you. Fuck, dude. And he's frozen in fear. Okay. What do you want to know?
I want to know what made your bitch ass come over here and disturb us, this peaceful event. What could you possibly gain from disrupting something like this?
He looks around nervously, noticing that he is most definitely outnumbered no matter what he tries to pull and what he thinks of, and he's just like, that was the boss's orders. We were gathering supplies, we needed wood, and we saw you and we thought it'd be a better opportunity to just take out a bigger problem.
Give me one good reason why I don't just amputate your fingers right now for being the dumbest bit of thugs I've ever seen in my entire lifetime.
Because we answered your questions?
Yeah, leans in closer. So did the Nazis.
And that is when Caleb actually steps in and grabs the leg of your pants and gives it a light tug. Please don't. There's been enough violence here today. Let it go.
Joseph will drop the dude. Well, he wanted supplies among other things, and yet it still astounds me that he would even do that with who I assume is the domain master in sight.
Yep.
At that moment, Corentin actually slithers forward and asks all of you to step back a little bit, and you see him pull down the other shoulder of his yukata and unfurls a large pair of green reptilian wings, an array of long emerald green scales glittering on them in the sunlight, almost like crystalline feathers. Corentin just shakes his head a little bit in disappointment as he does so and says, "Please take your pandemonium elsewhere." He flaps those massive green wings once, both of them suddenly glowing with a faint green energy, swinging them toward the Marauders, causing a massive gust of wind to blast against all of them, pitching each one of them high into the air and out of view. There's your Team Rockets blasting off again moment.
Does everybody around here secretly have wings?
No, just myself and a few of my siblings.
I feel like that's going to be more painful than what I had in mind.
Well, there'll be soft grass for them to land on, at least.
Actually, if you're curious, I did write out just the slightest excerpt of what happens, quote-unquote, off-screen, if you're curious.
No,
Okay.
sure.
I am actually.
Why not?
I'm actually curious.
All but one of them are unanimously flung through the gate itself by that air current alone, except for one, which lands flopping on the ground in front of it. But when this human girl raises her head, her eyes are greeted by the sight of Villy, cracking her knuckles.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
There's just no end to these suckers' misfortune.
Well, if it wasn't gonna be Joseph the fucking rough one of them up, it was definitely gonna be someone else.
And Chimo just sighs. I wanted to take them under arrest, you know. Whatever, I'm not arguing with a master here. Corentin collapses his wings under his yukata and turns toward Chimo with a faint smile. I am sorry. I'd rather just have the troublesome elements removed without having all the huss and fuss of those noisy Thunder Force around here. I hope you can understand.
Well, after getting hit with winds like that, and after my certain technique, I don't think they're gonna be really reappearing all that much.
You would be surprised.
Now that I think more on it, it's kind of weird that they go after a sort of peaceful domain, yet haven't once touched a library in the Orange Domain.
Oh, well, there would be a good reason for that. Conroy is a bit of a different type of person. He is not a combatant in the traditional sense, but he does know how to defend what he considers important. And Chimo just kind of huffs a little. Understandable, I guess, but next time they are due, even with this area, I hope we are clear about that. And Corentin simply gives her a polite curtsy, as best he can without legs. I will grant you that. But in the meantime, I do appreciate all your assistance in removing the troublemakers. Would you care to join me for a cup of tea?
After what I had to go through, I would very much go for some tea.
Yeah, sounds pleasant. I don't know what you think. I don't know what you're thinking us for. We come here a day late and $1 short, but happy to help. I'm sure Ignis was anyway.
So, Corentin, as I mentioned before, has invited you guys to go to his place for tea. He slithers past the group of people who are down doing the arts and crafts fair, who are obviously curious as to what all that noise was, but seeing as Corentin is just slithering by as casually as possible, they just kind of assume it wasn't a big deal and resume their activities. What happens is that he takes you down to the original tree that you found and points out above your heads is the massive tree house. This is my humble abode.
Quite nice.
You know, I kind of had a hunch that there was most definitely someone living in there.
Yes, and it would be me. Only me.
When it seems big enough to be able to fit a whole party of people,
I enjoy my open space.
I suppose that's fair.
Do any of you need assistance in getting upstairs?
Looks over at Barry. I don't. With his size, can he go up the rope ladder?
He can if he wants to, but realistically, Corentin would just offer to use his air magic to lift him up safely to the top floor without any difficulty. Air elevator.
Yeah, that might be the safer way.
So with that in mind, he'll go ahead and do that, and you actually see Caleb kind of just jump straight up to that floor. Yeah, kid's got legs for days.
Clearly.
You are face to face with it. Welcome back. So, I was actually purposely trying to take an extra minute because I figured you wouldn't be long. He has invited you into his home, and his home is actually the tree house and the massive tree that you saw earlier.
Oh.
Now, Ignis went ahead and climbed up. I assume that Joseph did the same, but and Chimo probably did the same as well, I would assume. But Barry, you mentioned you were not interested in going upstairs.
Yeah, you know, I'm sure it's well made. I'm not sure how much I trust that all that to hold my weight.
Corentin turns and extends a hand. It's all right. My brother and I made it together. It will definitely hold you.
All right, if you say so.
He then coats his hand in green magic and actually causes a small circular disc of air to appear right beneath your feet and basically slowly levitate you up like an air elevator.
Barry's just kind of mumbling to himself, I don't do heights. I don't do heights. We're going to be polite. I don't do heights. We're going to be polite about it.
And as I mentioned a moment ago, you actually see Caleb just kind of jump up into the treehouse like it was nothing.
That boy ain't right.
Once you reach up to the high floor, you are face to face with a massive, fully wooden treehouse, masterfully crafted, shaped right in and around the branches themselves, and you don't even see any nail or screw holes. It's that well put together.
A fine joinery happening here.
Yes, I'm particularly fond of the art of sashimono, although my brother is better at it than I am.
I'm unfamiliar with the art. What is the?
Sashimono is actually the art of putting things together using only wood and crafting them in such a way that the wood holds itself together.
Well, Barry wouldn't have known. I'm gonna rule Barry just wouldn't have known because that was not what he studied in college.
Now, once you're in front of the treehouse, you see that there's a simple wooden door with a window space on the front, revealing that it's just 3 large rooms. The living room in the middle, the kitchen off to the left, and the bedroom off to the right. And there are several open windows letting air and light in. Now, Corentin is the first one to enter and actually holds the door open for the rest of your group. After you.
Much appreciated.
Ignis just nods.
Barry's trying to remember everything he can about, Japanese culture from his time wrestling abroad. It's like, okay, well, is it? We walk in the door, we take our shoes off here. He's racking his brains. That was my headcanon. I fully thought Barry did end up wrestling abroad for a while.
That's fair. So, once he has all of you inside, he closes the door behind him and hangs his quiver of arrows and broken bow on a nearby hook near the door. and you see him slither his way into the kitchen. Now, the living room is actually fairly spacious. It's big enough to hold 2 full-size couches, a couple of chairs, a table, and a fireplace built cleverly inside of a back wall up against a tree surrounded entirely by stone. The kitchen that he slithers into is completely furnished, although everything in it is made of wood, including the plates, but not the cutlery. That's at least made of metal. And you also see a shelf inside full of jars of what looks like dried leaves. And he actually takes one of them off the shelf. He also pulls out a trio of kettles, all of which are placed in the fireplace itself to warm up the water. He turns to your group. While the kettle's warm, why don't we discuss what brings you here today?
Well, we were actually just here to enjoy the festival.
Mark off this domain on our roundabout tour, really?
Oh, you're domain explorers.
Well, we are new to the island, so we may as well get them all checked off, see what they're all about.
I assume you've had some very fun and interesting journeys so far.
You could say that.
Yes, you could say that immensely.
If I'm gonna be so blunt, some of your siblings terrify everything out of me.
Some of our siblings scare each other.
I can believe it.
Chimo takes a seat on the couch and looks around. Aren't you afraid this place will burn down if something goes wrong with that fireplace? And Corentin smiles as he returns back to the main room with a jar of honey and 6 cups, placing them on the nearby table between each of you, each with a saucer and a spoon. I am not concerned. Fire can only travel as far out as the wind will carry it, and I am able to guarantee that that wind does not travel far.
Ignis keeps a mental note of that.
Yeah, that actually, now that I think about it, that's probably good information for you, all things considered.
Yeah, exactly.
Caleb decides to take a seat in one of the off chairs and lets you guys have all the couches.
Though I will admit, I wasn't expecting our introduction to be as mixed as it was. Well, with the Marauders and, well, the interrogation I had to do.
You can be quite frightening when you want information, can't you?
Yeah, Joseph, I'm not gonna lie. You seemed a little too excited to do that. I'm a little concerned.
I essentially kind of went back to a certain time and just acted accordingly.
You weren't actually gonna remove his teeth, were you? That was just a bluff, right? Right?
Joseph just looks. It's the fucking Star Wars meme. Oh my god!
It is. That's what I'm doing. But at the same time, that is what Barry's like, right?
Joseph
Right?
just gives him a deadpan look.
We're better people than we were yesterday. That's right. We make some mistakes in our younger days, but we move forward and we become better people, right, Joseph?
Barry, I will be honest with you. If I had continued, I probably would have taken one tooth as a sort of souvenir.
I just couldn't. Wait, Ignis is trying to restrain from laughing from what he's currently witnessing.
But I do apologize, Domain Master, for that terrifying introduction to me.
He's usually better than this.
It's quite alright, and please, call me Corentin. I don't exactly prefer the master title, it feels too off the beaten path.
Yes, I guess it is kind of fair, considering that this is a peaceful domain.
Tell me, I assume you've traveled to multiple domains up to this point.
We have.
Oh.
Hell, we've been to multiple domains just today alone.
And I'm sure you've noticed how particularly unique each one is and how perfectly they are toward their respective masters. I assume you figured out that that's not coincidence.
I mean, surely not.
Tell me, which ones have you visited so far?
We visited
that-
red, orange, violet, pink, white, silver, and gray.
Yeah, I think that covers all of it.
Oh yes, the raging inferno volcano, an endless lava for the angry out again, an endless supply of discovery and information for the curious Conroy, a thriving farmland of endless bounty for the compassionate Arledge, an infinite range of potential companionship for the intimate Miranda, a protective wonderland of wintry beauty for the timid Whitaker, an imposing facility and symbol of justice for the prideful Fulmo, a somber resting place and ceremony hall for the mournful Thanatos. But mine is a peaceful and airy pasture where stress and aggravation can be left behind, and we openly share the blessings of each of our homelands to all whom need it, even atypical ones like mine.
You know, when you put that so elegantly, I feel like I almost need to apologize. When we first came to this domain, I was kind of worried it was going to be a raging typhoon, because you got to understand, we went and saw Out again today. I was still reeling from the volcano.
He then slithers his way over to the 3 kettles and pours tea for whoever wants it. He actually has prepared 3 different flavors for all of you. He has white tea for anyone wanting something sweet and fruity. He has green tea for anyone wanting something flowery and earthy. And he has black tea for anyone wanting something malty and full-bodied.
Joseph will take green tea.
Yeah,
But
Burry would also politely request some green tea.
Take this is taking white tea.
And Calum will take some white tea as well. But when it comes to his own tea, he'll pour green tea for himself. Chimo, you want any tea? For the record, this doesn't change anything. This is just for thematics.
Yep.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
It's almost as if the RPG in TTRPG stands for role-playing game.
I'm just making sure. A lot of people assume that when people of this particular caliber hand out stuff, they just automatically assume it's all gonna be some +1 something or other, you know.
it is poison.
I mean, in all fairness, the last time one of the previous TTRPG campaigns I was in, I was literally that guy where I was pouring tea for my allies for buffs.
God.
Pathfinder, baby, it's great. I love it.
Yeah.
Joseph, after lifting his mask up and taking a sip, will speak up once again. I did notice that the domains, aside from matching the vibes and atmosphere that their masters desire, also inflict some sort of effect on the people around. The red domain, sure, it's hot because of the volcano, but it was a type of hot that ensured that you felt the inner fury of the master himself, especially when his presence was made. Then you had the gray domain with Thanatos and the ability to see the damned resting there, which actually it's kind of funny how in one day, way out of character real quick, did we see the gray domain today, or was that the red one?
That was yesterday. You saw red today.
Yeah.
Okay, just
Yesterday
double
we did the
checking.
gray domain. Today we did the red domain. Now we've made it to the green domain. And I think we might have been planning to do the yellow domain tonight.
Yes.
But
It's still afternoon, so...
yeah.
It is. Anyway, back in character. It is rather funny. Yesterday we went to the gray domain and I saw a friend from the past that I thought I'd lost forever. And then here, I felt a serenity, no doubt radiating from you that I haven't felt, well, ever in so long.
He slowly takes a sip of his own cup of tea and stares at all of you from behind his cup, his hair fluttering behind him in the soft breeze. I'm sure you of all, but at the same time all of you, have forgotten what a lustrous blessing stillness of heart and mind can be. You press forward with thoughts of, there's too much to do, I'll rest when I'm done, it's not that bad. Many believe rest must be earned rather than claiming it as your mortal birthright. And even when you finally give in to your exhaustion, you endlessly wander the dark corridors of your mind, seeking answers to questions you don't realize you're asking, reliving every conflict since you last embraced serenity as your ally. Needing peace is not laziness. Being weary is not weakness, and being mortal is not a flaw. Here, all are invited to allow their minds uncoil, let their breaths become a lullaby, and permit themselves to heal in all the places many refuse to look. And this extends to you as well. All my siblings share our own version of such a mantra. Above all, I just want those who come here to find some form of peace and serenity.
The mantra is respectable, though personally, I've been so used to and have been groomed into fighting for others for so long. Peace is a rare commodity for me. It's like I want to step out from a fight just once and reflect. And then there are moments where I feel as though I feel as though I need to get back out there and fight the good fight.
You don't need to do that here. If all you do is come here for 5 minutes a day and just meditate in the cold breeze, I feel you will feel a lot better as a person. That's just how I feel about it. And I appreciate you being so non-combative. Most people coming through here are usually trying to steal my trees, steal my grasses, steal my regalia, steal my home even. It's become quite tumultuous.
Given my history, I'd be a massive hypocrite if I tried to steal anyone's home, especially when I fought tooth and nail to ensure people could actually go back to their homes.
Also, in all honesty, we did come here because of
Well, guys, let's not get ahead of ourselves here.
I'm sorry, Ignis actually cut out. What did he say?
I just said that we came here because of the festival.
Oh, I thought you said we did come here to look at his regalia. I was like, wait,
But
Ignis,
no,
don't provoke him
no,
right now, please.
No.
Yeah. All right,
No.
all right. Given the typo, let's try this again. Go ahead and try the line again.
Yeah. Okay. Let's hope it doesn't cut out. Well, in all honesty, we did come here for the festival.
God damn it!
Your microphone does not like the word festival.
It does not. Okay, one more
Okay,
time.
hold on. Hold on. Give me one.
From the top. Oh,
Yeah, he's rebooting. He's rebooting his line.
Okay. Hopefully this works.
Let's hear it.
Well, in all honesty, we did come here because of the festival.
That is why it's here. Where better to have a peaceful festival than the most peaceful domain in the entire island?
really?
Although, to be fair, given that you are all combative types, I had assumed you possibly came here for my regalia as well. Most regalia hunters usually attack in droves.
As interesting as regalias are, those aren't exactly on our checklist, and, well, after seeing what most of you all can do, I don't think we're in any line to piss you guys off at the moment.
Yeah.
The only one you need to be worried about pissing off, as you put it so eloquently, would be my brother Al again. Truthfully, I couldn't be bothered to care one way or the other, which is why after mine was stolen, I simply just moved on.
When someone stole yours,
Someone stole yours.
Yes, it was some time ago. A few weeks, possibly a month. I've lost track. And he just quietly takes another sip of his tea like he doesn't even care.
Well, I guess someone managed to successfully steal a regalia after all.
If I understand correctly, mine wouldn't be the first. My brother Whitaker had his stolen not too long ago either.
Well, luckily, we may have accidentally had a hand in that getting returned to dear Whitaker.
Well, if you happen to spot my true bow, do feel free to return it to me.
Noted.
Oh, we'll keep an eye out.
I appreciate that.
when I heard regalia, I just assumed they were like small little trinkets of high importance, possibly high magical capabilities, but so far they've been primarily weapons. Is this the case for everyone?
Not every single one, but the majority of them are. When the challenges became prolific and everybody wanted to participate, they were shaped in such a way to be the things people wanted most. Since most people engaged us in fight challenges, they just became weapons. At one point or another, they were essentially everything. They were small statues, small glass orbs, crowns, even, you name it, they've been it at least once.
So long as when we make the challenge, we kind of envision what we truly desire, it just takes on that form.
No, the design is chosen by us based on what we feel the mortals would be most inclined to want. Weapons have been 99% of what they want over the last several years, so that's just the shape they took. Although there are a few that don't follow that pattern. And if you're planning on finding all of them, or even just seeing all of them, you'll notice the differences. They are as much a reflection as our domains are.
In all fairness, I don't think Miranda's regalia is used as a weapon for the most part. Barry just kind of shudders at the thought.
Not to quote my sister, but she is quite prolific in getting her hands dirty in one way or another. I can assure you it's used for whatever she feels it's needed for.
Barry just takes a sip of his tea to attempt to cleanse his mind.
By the way, when you take a sip of that tea, it is incredibly full-bodied. Everything about the flavor is exceedingly well-rounded. The sweetness, the bitterness, and the full-body flavors are perfectly balanced.
Why am I not surprised?
Fantastic. Well, that actually helped more than I thought. This is fantastic tea.
Well, you can thank Caleb for this batch. Given that he stopped by, I decided to use the batch that he had made some time ago and I had been holding on to for special occasions. And Caleb actually looks a little bit, ever so slightly embarrassed. And Chimo's just sitting there letting you guys talk, sipping on her tea.
Caleb, you are a boy of many strange talents.
And Caleb just kind of looks away and takes a sip of his tea again. I think you actually managed to make him flustered.
If the old friend I mentioned earlier saw me drinking someone else's brew, they'd probably slap me over the head. But they can't do anything about it, so may as well.
The next few minutes are basically of you guys enjoying an actual moment of peace after this huge combat engagement that Ignis basically had to solo venture on his own. Corentin finishes his cup of tea and stretches his arms high over his head. Today has been a rather exciting day. I believe it's my turn to relax now. If you do happen to come across my bow, please do return it to me. You'll recognize it when you see it. It is an old-fashioned style warbow in a bright green.
Giant green bow, got it.
In the meantime, I believe I will be retiring to the bedroom for the evening. I assume you can see yourselves down and out on your own.
Barry kind of sweats a little bit. Yep.
Caleb looks at you and just immediately goes, I can help with that.
If only Barry could use his wings.
You know, that might be that may be a new stunt we need to think about giving you at some point down the road, like actual flight capability.
Yeah. Well, you see, here's the thing. I was thinking about it during this conversation, right? The reason Barry's probably scared of heights is because he's too heavy for his wings to carry him. He knows they're not going to be much help.
This is why training helps.
He literally kind of outgrew his wings in a sense.
I mean, I'm sure they could be used to help him hover at the very least.
Yeah, like a Minecraft chicken.
Yeah, like in my mind, it's like, okay, try getting like, I don't know, a boulder off the ground with one of those small box fans.
God.
Like, to me, that's kind of how I envision like what Barry thinks about his wings at this point. And he's probably never considered training them, to be fair.
Alright, well, Corentin has cleaned up all the cups of tea and put everything into his sink. By the way, actual metal functioning sink in his kitchen. And he slithers his way into his bedroom and closes the door quietly, meaning that you guys are basically free to go home or go wherever it is that you plan to go next. But, obviously, that's going to be a bit of a problem because Barry is going to need some help down.
I'm okay. This is fine. We can do this.
Caleb actually walks up beside you and holds out his hand. I can help you.
Okay. He grabs hand.
And when you blink, you're already on the ground.
Oh, gee, good Lord. Okay. I was expecting like a little bit of like stellar or gravity, something or other. I was not expecting teleport. Okay. That helps a lot, actually. Ugh. Whew.
And Caleb lets the rest of you climb down on your own.
I could just glide down, which is funny.
Yeah. And Joseph can probably do the whole combat roll thing and just jump down the tree branches if he really wanted to.
Basically.
But there is also, obviously, like I mentioned in the prior session, there's a climbing rope and a rope ladder that Chimo will most likely climb down.
Everybody just like climbing down like all stylish, and then there's Chimo being like an actual normal person.
Speaking of which, once you guys all reach the ground, Chimo speaks up. I say we go home, since there's also a certain beloved pet of mine seeking food and attention.
You know what? That's fair. We've been here for a few hours.
Alright, now, it's actually 11:45, which I think is the time that Ignis needs to take off.
Because work do be pain.
Alright, so what we'll do here then is we'll continue on. We'll have you guys go back to the house, discuss what you need to discuss, and we won't have you go into the next domain just yet. We'll have you go and do everything up to that point, since you guys are interested in going to Yellow next. That way you don't feel excluded out of anything, because the last thing I want to do is exclude people.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright, well, we'll see you in the next session.
Alright, bye.
Bye now. Up there it goes.
Once you guys get down from the tree, you hop into your cart, re-hitch your horses. You guys head back to the gateway entrance. You return the horses to Villy, which you happen to notice that she is in a much better mood than she was when you first met her, for some inexplicable reason that you as players would know about, but the characters would not. She takes the horses and wishes you all a good day and hopes you got what you needed out of the domain and lets you go home. Calum, on your guys' way home, breaks off from your group and heads back to his pet shop.
See you later.
I'll see you again soon, I'm sure.
You gonna be at the Yellow Demesne tonight?
I might stop by. I'm not exactly a big fan of huge groups of people, but if I remember correctly, there's usually good food at these parties.
Ooh, yeah. Alright, we'll probably be stopping down in there, so...
Then maybe I'll see you there.
Thumbs up.
Alright, well, you guys head back to the house. You see that your pet chicken, Sunny, is oh so content in his little coop, but when he sees you guys approaching, he obviously walks up to the coop and starts pecking at the walls, wanting out for at least a little bit.
You know, one of these days we should probably just stay home a day so that Sunny could have some time to roam around and not be stuck in the coop all day.
You did mention you were interested in getting him an actual, like, pet leash and walking him around town or something. That might be something you could look into.
Yeah. We just haven't really had a day home. We kind of just sleep in this house, and that's it.
I mean, to be fair, that's literally the life of anybody with a full-time job.
Like we've been trying to get a good layout of the island crackdown right away. We've been making very good progress in the span of like, how long has it been? Like 3 or
Like
4 days so
Let's see,
far.
I think we're
This
on
is your
day
third day.
3.
Day 3, and we have at least a fraction of the domains completed already.
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
already visited 8 of them. You only have 4 left.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you've been visiting like 3 a day.
Man, crazy.
Listen, if we visit them all, that gives us free time to do whatever we want.
Realistically, yeah, I mean...
Yeah, before you and Chimo have to go off and do your 9 to 5s.
Now, on that note, you guys check in on Sunny. He seems particularly happy to see you guys, and, you know, Chimo obviously would take time to make sure he's okay. You guys catch your breath in your own home, and you mentioned you were going to go to the Yellow Demesne, but I believe Akarui mentioned that he was going to go down to the music store before going in there and recommended you guys doing the same. Do you want to do that, or you just want to go straight to Yellow?
Did he recommend that? I don't remember that.
Yeah,
one.
he was talking to you guys about the kind of music that he liked, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah, this was like 2 sessions ago.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, Zibis is
right.
voting we go to the yellow one on the next session. I'm fine with that, but I just wanted to know if before we cut today's session off, if you wanted to go and visit the music store first, or you just want to cut it off and go straight there.
I mean, probably cut it off here, but I do think we should probably go to the music store.
Well, we can just do the music store real quick then. I've got a little something prepared for that we can do.
Yeah, but like I don't want Ignis to miss out on that.
Don't worry, I'll make sure that whatever you guys miss, he finds out about.
That's fair.
As long as it's not the domain itself, I think we'll be okay.
Alright, fair enough, then.
Yeah, this is just something a little fun to give us a few extra minutes and pad the time. If only I got paid for these videos, that would mean something.
Yeah.
Alright, then we'll say after you spend a few minutes at home, getting something in your stomach and relaxing for a few minutes, you trudge your way back out and go down to the music store that Akarui recommended you visit. This brick building is a lot more stylized than some of the others. The front of the store is covered in a black iron mesh meant to resemble speakers, covering and slightly obscuring the glass open front window display. But you also see a handful of broken arrows sticking out of the holes in the black metal mesh, which means that it has a double function of protecting the windows from damage.
Music store? That's just rude. Wait a minute. Barry just had a realization. Because I just had a realization.
Mm-hmm.
I think we just discovered the reason the pet store is not damaged.
Really?
I mean, like, we as players saw Gale fight. I don't think the Marauders can do that much to him.
Yeah.
I think we just solved a mystery, gang. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, that makes more sense. Now, inside the music store is wall-to-wall aisles of musical instruments and supplies, but the aisles also shorten in length closer to the store's center, because in place of those segments of aisle, there's a small lounge area dead in the center of the store composed of a bunch of black leather couches and a small coffee table in between. And the couches are occupied by various people either just relaxing or testing out the instruments in front of the cash register.
Who's playing Wonderwall?
You know, Wonderwall would exist.
Yeah.
Now, beside the door and directly behind the couch area is a combination register counter and impromptu DJ station. And you see an ibis woman with braided black hair standing beside it, wearing a loose tie-dye tank top covered in small 12-point sun pins and a pair of yellow headphones over one ear, her gold name tag reading Ellen. And she is just grooving away.
Well, I reckon Barry's gonna start patrolling the aisles, just see what we can find. Like, what all do they got in music here? Because, you know, it's almost like this is an isolated island without access to the outside world much, apart from the new arrivals every, you know, however long.
You know what? Go ahead and give me an investigate roll then, all three of you, if you don't mind, and we'll see if any of you find anything cool.
Balanced as all things should be. I have been rolling like garbage this session. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't have to do anything important.
You said investigate.
Yeah.
I have a +3 in that now.
Okay, give it a shot.
Balanced as all things should be.
Chimo, you want to get in on the roll and give me an investigate roll? Okay, so there's a grand total of 8 aisles in this store. Aisle 1's got drums and percussion instruments. Aisle 2 has fretted instruments like guitars, ukuleles, and the like. 3 has brass and woodwind stuff. Aisle 4 is violin family. Aisle 5 has metronomes, music stands, and sheet music. Aisle 6 has consumables like strings, reeds, and drumsticks. Aisle 7 has microphones, cables, some low-grade audio tech, and some amplifiers, the old-fashioned kind. And Aisle 8 is actually what you're looking for. Racks upon racks of records, with relatively recent music and record players nearby.
Hey, did our house come pre-equipped with a record player?
As a matter of fact, it did. It's in the living room. I wasn't going to make you buy something like that, not if you wanted something that basic. There's nothing else for entertainment in this island.
Fair enough. Barry might have to buy some records.
Joseph will scour through the records and notice a few tracks. You know, funniest thing too, one of these tracks were being listened to by a target I once was hired to kill. Funny coincidence, small world, you will say as he browses through the selection. I got Uptown Funk, See You Again, Shut Up and Dance, The Hills, and Bad Blood.
You found a Frank Sinatra over there?
Given his investigate roll, yes, he would find a Frank Sinatra album.
Yeah. Barry's genuinely tempted to pick up a little bit of Frank Sinatra.
Well, the records are actually all marked at 1Z apiece. So if you want to, you can.
I'm gonna buy all the Frank Sinatra.
You find...
That's sarcasm.
Joseph will also look through the classical music records, which would probably surprise a few people.
It might. I mean...
Old, I'm not surprised.
And then he slips in one heavy metal album cover.
Oh, and Chimo's looking for heavy metal.
Oh my god, him and her both.
Oh no, Chimo and Joseph can bond over heavy metal music.
Hey, you know, everybody loves a little bit of Metallica. We can definitely get that in the list.
There's gonna be a day where you all just wake up in the morning and there's just Psychosocial being blasted on the record player. I hope you know that.
Amazing. Oh, you know what? Hey, Nanashi. Oh wait, hold on. I need to look up some music and find the release date, because if there's some music, if there's a particular band here I'm absolutely gonna pick. I absolutely. There's something.
You know, what you could do is you could, after the game session, you could make a list of all the albums that Barry would be interested in picking up, like you did with his final meal thing.
Wow. Hey, so you guys know the song "Schon" from Rammstein?
Yeah.
Wait, Son or
Son from the band Rammstein.
Rammstein,
yeah. I wanted to make sure. Dude, I have that on. Dude,
Yep.
Dude, there's a lot of heavy metal and new metal songs that just came out early as shit.
Yeah.
And honestly, it makes sense for Son because it was meant to be used for an actual fighter.
Yeah, it was meant to be used for a Ukrainian fighter, but he pulled out at the last minute, and they were just like, well, might as well release the song.
It can be a single track, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, might as well. No point in keeping this to ourselves. And they shouldn't have, because Schon is their best song, in my opinion. That's what introduced me to Rammstein.
I looked up, I know I made the psychosocial joke, I look it up. This shit came out, and All Hope Is Gone, which came out in 2008. I was 7 when this album came out.
You and me were born, you were also born in 2001?
Yeah, I was born in 01.
I thought you were much older than that.
Gee,
like your voice. I mean, okay, this is why that when people ask me to guess their age, I abstain. I'm very bad at it. Your voice strikes me as like early 30s.
Damn. I mean, typically people.
You're also
think
playing
I'm
like 100-year-old dude that can't age. So my perception of you is a little skewed.
So I'll let you guys, if you want, after the session, once this video is posted, you can make yourself a nice list of all the music that they would most likely listen to as a kind of ARG thing like we've been doing. Because honestly, that's been really fun for me, if nothing else.
And before someone in the Orange Domain accidentally makes a time machine and gets songs from after 2015 onwards to like 2025, 10 years later, I don't think this island would survive brain rot, Chief. I'm gonna be real here.
Yeah, let's be blunt.
Yeah, no. We're not doing that.
People are like, if you went back in time and gave a Victorian era child a burrito from Taco Bell, they die instantly. But I counter that with, if I was in this world, went back in time to 2015 to this island and introduced Skibbity Toilet, they'd die in a heart. The entire population would go down to 0.
Probably.
So Barry's like pretty eagerly combing through the records because like, ooh, good music. And he happens to like, take a step to the right, look at the next row, and it's like out of the corner of his eye, he's like, wait a minute, there's some flies over here. What's going on right here?
You see a few yellow flyers hanging around each aisle, held up by little 12-point sun-shaped stickers for a party happening at the Yellow Demesne once a week, which happens to be tonight. It's a reminder.
Oh, lovely. As if we didn't already know where we're going.
I had planted that in case you went here in a different order, so I made sure to include it because it's only fair.
That's fair, yeah. That's totally reasonable.
All right, so let's say between the 3 of you guys pick up, what, a dozen records?
Essentially, yep.
Like that, yeah.
So you guys have found some good music. You're going to go up to the register and check out?
Yeah.
All right, well, when she sees you coming, Ellen puts down her headphones around her neck, lets the record play for a bit, and says, find everything you guys needed?
Oh, I think everything and then some. Barry just holds up a stack of records.
She takes the records and flips through them. Nice variety. I like your taste.
A little bit of everything for everyone.
And Chima doesn't buy anything. That's fine. But you know where it'll go if you to change your mind. And she counts them all up. She counts 12 records. All right. Well, since you guys bought so many records, we're going to give you a small discount because tonight's party night and nobody should be paying too much to enjoy good music.
Well, yeah. What's the discount?
That'll be down to 10Z.
What do you think? What do you think, Joseph? You want to do 5 and 5, or you just want me to get this? Or...
I mean, I could have paid for it entirely. I'm not exactly aching in the wallet.
He makes a good point. You kind of are.
But, I just got some money. I want to be fair, you know. I contributed to the stack. I want to help pay for the stack. And if you want to get really technical, all the money we got today was from Ignis over there doing his thing. So
Yeah, but given how you are with money and given what he's done, I think it'd be more fair to leave the two of you out.
I tell you what, rock paper scissors for it.
Have fun.
I tell you what, DM me your results.
Oh boy, this ought to be nice.
Yeah, this is gonna be great.
And before we roll the same.
Yeah, I'm fully prepared for it.
You both rolled rock.
Amazing.
Try again. You both chose paper.
Nailed it.
What the fuck?
We're two old souls, man. Round 3.
You both chose rock again.
What the fuck?
Okay, hold on. I got your number this time. I got it.
Do you now?
I got you this time.
Barry chose rock. Joseph chose scissors.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew there's no way you're gonna do rock, and then paper again. That'd just be ridiculous.
All right, so that means that Barry's paying this time.
It was very tempted, but your wallet better not be crying for support after this.
It's fine.
Honestly, that was just stupid fun.
Dude, imagine if we were able to get that 99 times in a row. Regular show all over again.
Dude.
Imagine.
All right, so Barry, subtract 10Z off your order, off your amount rather, and she puts all your records in a brown bag, in a paper bag.
What's her reaction to us doing rock, paper, scissors?
You're not the first person to do that in front of her, dude.
Amazing.
You are not the first person to do rock, paper, scissors over who pays. And
she's just used to this by now.
Dude, she runs a music store. Do you honestly think she's anything but chill?
Fair enough. Oh,
Like-
if it was me, I'd just be dying laughing in the back.
Absolutely. She's just used to this shit, I guess. So she puts all your records in a big old brown paper bag, hands it to you, and hopes you guys have fun at the party.
Well, thanks. So what do you guys reckon? We drop the bag back off at the house, or do we just take it with us?
Well, as it happens, the music store is not that far away. You can drop it off and make it back with a decent amount of time.
We could just double time it, you know. We get our cardio in for the day.
As it happens, the Yellow Demesne's entrance is very close to where you guys live.
It is.
So yeah, just swing over at the house, drop it off real quick, make sure that Sunny's still alive for an extra 3 seconds, and you'll head toward the Yellow Demesne.
You reckon we should put a record on for him before we leave?
Your call.
I feel like Sonny's a Linkin Park kind of guy.
Do you think we got any Linkin Park?
We're not actually going into the main. I'm just setting this up for the next session. We're about done.
We're gonna go to the gate, and then we're gonna end session on the big on cliffhanger.
What the hell? Put a Frank Sinatra record on for Sunny to listen to, and then we'll say you guys head toward the gateway of the Yellow Demesne.
Yeah, I'll give him "Fly Me to the Moon."
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
All right, and that is where we will cut this session off.
Yay!
Whew, not gonna lie, that was a lot.
That was a pretty intense session there for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We had one intense combat at the beginning, and then it was kind of just chilling the whole rest of the way.
Well, given where you guys were, it makes perfect sense.
It does.
But that means next session is going to be very interesting for me. This one's probably the one I'm the most excited for.
Oh, it's a party. I feel like Barry's gonna kind of be in his zone.
Quite possibly. Only one way to find out.
Big crowd, bunch of people. Barry probably attended a mosh pit or two back in his college days.
All right, so that'll be the end of today's session. I hope you guys had some fun. You got some questions answered. You got some new ones popping up.
Finally, Discord subbing Discord. My fucking message to go under the meme I put in general chat finally showed up.
It had that much delay on it? It's been
Yes.
half an hour!
I know! I thought it just fucking finished posting, but I guess not. Discord, man. Sometimes you'll be typing up something short and sweet that tells you, no, fuck yourself.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Well, honestly, you kind of scared me a little bit with that routine. I did not expect that from you.
No, I'm be real here, Chief. I had to go.
He'd been rehearsing that.
Yeah, yeah.
I did not rehearse that at all. I was not.
You can't fool me.
I was not prepared.
You can't fool me.
It was bad timing today with food arriving, I admit that. Don't worry about that. It's not that big a deal.
Like, I'm be real here, Chief. I've rehearsed a lot of stuff for Joseph for, like, other details. But when he brought up the interrogation scene, I was kind of expecting it to be off-screen. But then he was like, okay, do it in front of everyone. I was like, well, fuck, how terrifying can I make Joseph for this poor girl?
You pulled out that plus with a little too much enthusiasm.
All right, well, thanks for showing up, guys, especially you, Ignis, even though you had to take off. We'll see you guys in the next session, and looking forward to where this one's going. Bye-bye.